What's up, everybody? Giant Steps TV coming to you on the heels of another very solid draft by Jerry Reese and company. And it's a good thing at that, because Philly and Washington also had some really solid pickups over the weekend, and the NFC East is looking like it's going to be a real battle already. But we'll get to that in due time. We got months. One of the big stories coming in was whether or not the Braylon Edwards deal would go down. Obviously, it didn't happen. It still might, but I really doubt it. And, looking at the quality of talent that we brought in, I really think it's a good move. It just wasn't the right value for us, if not for the picks Cleveland was asking in return, and certainly for the money that Braylon was going to be looking for. I've been hearing he wants double what he's making now, which I think is about $4.5 million this season. So you're talking $9-10 million for one receiver, when I really feel like we have talent at the position and depth at the position to sort of, more than make up for what we wouldn't get, for what we would have gotten with an Edwards. And certainly factoring in guys like Nix and Barton, that holds all the more true. Some people they're going to be upset about this. We're a win-now team. We need that veteran pass-catching threat. A rookie wide receiver is not the answer for us. I still think we're a win-now team, and let me explain why. I think that after this draft class, we are actually a better team than we would have been had we traded away for Edwards. Albeit we have very few holes to fill in our team. I think, maybe sign 5 or 6 guys at the most. I don't know. But you have very few holes to fill, and you have a large draft class that you bring in. We started the weekend with 10. We ended up drafting 9 players after we traded for Ramses Barton. What this does, it's only positive. It creates competition and raises the level of everybody on the team. Not only do you bring in talent that's potentially better, but you cause everybody else at that position to improve their game, to come in with the mindset that they got to fight and give it their best each and every week to get on the field and to help this team win. And we did it at the positions where we needed it the most: wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. We brought in another talented running back, basically just to feed this running back machine that we've got going on. Tuck the Beast mentioned this in his video, but Tiki Barber, Derek Ward, Brandon Jacobs, Ryan Grant came up in the Giants system. You've got Danny Ware, who looks very good, and this kid Brown, I think he could do some real damage. But this team is going to be better off because of the competition we create at key positions. Linebacker being another one. We'll get to Clint Sinema in a minute. First of all, Hakeem Nicks, I think, is a very solid pickup for us. Great value. Some people are wary of drafting a wide receiver in the first round. They don't always pan out. I'm optimistic that this guy can pan out. He seems like he's got all the skills necessary to really make it at the NFL level. He's very physical. He's tough. Great hands. Comparisons to Anquan Bolden, Michael Irvin. I don't know. You hear those two names? I definitely want a player like that on my team. Granted, he might not be able to, contribute immediately at that level, but I think by the end of his rookie season, when rookies all start to hit their stride, and certainly by his second year, this guy is going to be a great weapon for us and a starter. Ramses Barton in the 3rd round, I think, is Jerry Reese made the move to trade up to get him, which is really smart. I was thinking we could have probably got him at 100, but you look at what started to happen in the middle of that round. There was a run on wide receivers, and I think maybe 3 picks prior to the Giants trading up had gone wide receiver. Barton was the next guy on the list, and with the teams coming up in front of the Giants, saw the man and went to get him. 6'6", very raw, dominated the competition, albeit in Division 1A. But this guy's got a Plaxico type frame. It's perfect for a receiver like Manning, who sometimes throws it up there. So I think his addition really solidified the decision to not trade for Edwards. So bringing in Nix and Barton will really elevate our wide receiving core's talent, because not only the talent they themselves bring, but as I said, it's going to increase competition. And I think players like Hickson, Moss, Smith, between the new rookies and the offseason to mentally prepare for a bigger role, they are not going to be anything like they were the last few weeks of last year when they struggled. Same thing at tight end. You bring in this guy Beckham, a really solid pass catching threat. A lot of guys were very high on, a lot of the analysts were very high on this pickup. I think it does the same thing in the tight end position. I really like Kevin Boss. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player for many years. I like Darcy Johnson. He's shown some flashes of some real impressive play. Mike Matthews, I think he's a good blocker, but I really think the competition is going to be between Beckham and Matthews for that third tight end spot. Johnson maybe, but it really elevates the quality of that position. I really like the Will Beatty pickup. I thought that he might have been off the board by then, considering the rush on offensive tackles in round 1. I had originally thought we would go with Jamon Meredith, the next offensive tackle on the list, but very surprisingly, Beatty fell to us. He was the top-rated player on Mel Kiper's board for most of the second round, and we got him towards the end. I think it's a great get. The guy's a very naturally talented player, huge frame, 6'6" too, 6'6" as well. Really, he's got great footwork and great pass blocker, and I think with a year or two to develop in the Giants' offensive line unit, getting down that aggressive killer mentality that you really need to be a great offensive lineman. This guy could be a stud left tackle. Clint Sinham, many people were hesitant that he might not be the best fit for our scheme, sort of a 3-4 backer, but I was really big on this player from what I read about him. I think he's going to inject a new element of pass rush to the linebacking core. You bring Boley, you have Sinham on the other side, and you throw Kiwi back there. I think this just only adds to the flexibility our defense can roll with. He should contribute right away on special teams, and I really think he can be a special player linebacker. And he has the same effect. The linebacking core is very crowded right now, and some guys that might have been wearing the big blue for the past couple of seasons might not be around next year, but it elevates the quality of the position, and another great get. And then, we go with DBs towards the end of the draft. I think that's a big depth issue for us. And it sounds like we got a couple real talented guys who can make this team, especially considering the lack of players at the safety and cornerback position right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we re-signed R.W. McQuarters, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But anyway, I like these picks. Finally, the quarterback. This is that guy, Bomar, from Oklahoma. He had some off-the-field issues, and I remember when this happened thinking the guy was a complete dirtbag. So I understand that he was phenomenally productive and maybe another Woodson-like grab in terms of college production at a lower round. Hopefully he'll pan out to be a little better than Woodson. I haven't given up on Andre yet, but this could just be somebody the Giants want to groom for a season or two and then ship off for a high-round draft pick in a couple of years. Who knows? All in all, though, a very solid draft by the Giants. I'm really excited to see what we can put on the field next year. I think we are a win-now team, and we are going to win now. So we'll see what happens. That's going to wrap it up for me now, but I put a link on the side of the video. I wrote a blog entry on Giant Steps talking about my overall impressions of the draft as a whole, winners, losers, some random thoughts. There's a new poll question up. Which Giants rookie are you most excited to see play? Post your comments, subscribe. Get out and enjoy the weather if you're living in the New York area. All right, be good, everybody. Peace.